Hey there, travelers. This week we're at the Marlborough Public Library. But you may be asking yourself, Trav, why are you at a library? Well, this library is home to Spike, the red-eared slider, our animal of the week. Ooh, lasers. Pooh. If I take a look at Spike, there's a couple key characteristics that let me know she's a red-eared slider. First, if I look at her face, right behind her eye, there's this red marking that goes over her ear, hence red-eared slider. Next, if I take a look at her shell, it's split up into segments, which are known as scutes. Even though her shell is hard, it's actually quite smooth when I run my hand over the top of it. The top of her shell is known as a carapace. If we look at the bottom of her shell, which is known as the plastron, it's split up into segments as well that are yellow. And in each segment, there's this dark black blotch on it. Each tummy is unique, kind of like a fingerprint. Spike has a really pretty tummy. Something else cool about a shell is it's made up of keratin, similar to your hair and your fingernails. So that means that she can feel her shell. I wonder if Spike's tummy is just as ticklish as mine. Now, if we take a look at Spike's skin, it's greenish with these yellow stripes that run down the side. And that's true on her limbs, her face, and her tail. Now, Spike's a female red-eared slider, and there are some features that give that away. First off, Spike's pretty big, and the female red-eared sliders are bigger than their male counterparts. If we take a look at Spike's head, it's broad and not very pointy. A male red-eared slider has a very pointy head. Next, if we take a look at her claws, a female red-eared slider has smaller claws than the males. Rainier. Look at those nails, how pretty. Spike's tail is pretty small. A male red-eared slider would have a much longer tail. All of that just shows me that Spike's a really pretty girl. Isn't that right, Spike? Red-eared sliders, also known as pond sliders, are native to the southern Great Lakes areas such as Illinois and Indiana. They've even been seen as far east as West Virginia. It seems maybe Spike got lost on her way to the pond. Ooh, cookbook! Red-eared sliders are an example of what we like to call an invasive species. If people have them as pets and release them in an area that they don't belong, they compete for food with the local animals. That can disrupt the ecosystem and be harmful to those animals. I'm so excited today, travelers, because I get to talk to the assistant director here at the Marlborough Public Library. He's also the researcher for Travs Travels. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
Jason, how long has Spike been here?
Spike's been at the library for about 2 years now.
About 2 years? I also heard she's a local celebrity.
Yes, a lot of people like to come visit Spike here.
Now, in the wild, red-eared sliders typically like to bask in the sun to stay warm. What does Spike like to do here?
Spike likes to bask under her sun lamp, but she also loves to read. She can't read like you and I can, so we have to read to her, but she's a really great listener.
Oh, does she have a favorite book?
I think she loves the Franklin series.
What do you do to take care of Spike here?
We feed Spike, but we don't feed her every day. Turtles don't eat every day in the wild. We check her shell for shell rot to make sure she's nice and healthy, and we give her toys to enrich her experience here at the library.
Red-eared sliders typically like to eat aquatic plants and little critters such as crickets and worms. What does Spike like to eat here?
Spike eats turtle pellets that help her stay nice and healthy. We tried to give her vegetables, but she didn't like them very much.
Does she like pizza?
I've never fed Spike pizza, so I wouldn't know.
You gotta try that.
I think I'll pass.
Jason, Spike is really cool. Is there any way I can stay in touch with her when I leave?
You can become one of Spike's pen pals.
What?
So Spike has pen pals from other libraries, people who send postcards to Spike from all over, and her newest pen pal,
Norman's a pen pal of Spike?
Norman is Spike's newest pen pal.
That's awesome. Jason, thank you so much for letting us visit here.
Thanks for traveling here.
Thanks for checking us out this week, travelers. Spike and I had a ton of fun teaching you about the red-eared slider. If there's an animal or conservation effort you want to learn more about, make sure to email us at trav@travstravels.org. And if you liked our video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Spike, say it with me, my friend. Keep on traveling.